Okay, I wanted to take this opportunity to talk to you about the difference between sales and marketing because this is something I hear a lot of confusion about. And again, easier than writing, it's just a video with my quick thoughts about it. Sales is selling to a person, marketing is selling to a people. So it's a broadcast. Marketing is a broadcast. Sales is one-to-one. So when you're at a farmer's market or when you're selling on your website or somebody's about to make a purchase decision, whether that's a wholesale account or a retail sale, that's sales. And people feel oogie about sales sometimes because they feel like it's slimy or like they're trying to convince someone to do something. And I used to feel that way. I definitely hate feeling oogie. I don't think, like, I actually am looking over at my bookshelf right now and I have a bunch of books on sales called like Fanatical Prospecting and Drive and Customer Mania. And I mean, and I have a book on tape, a bunch of books on Audible called No Thanks, Just Looking, How to Close the Sale, all these things. And I have really thought a lot about sales because I am a good person and I don't want to just sell people on something. That seems terrible. But what I've come to realize, and this is something that I was listening to Marianne Williamson's talk last night, live stream, and she said that she used to have a bookstore and some guy came in and said, I'll tell you how to do this sales thing. You just, every single person that walks in the door, you just look at them as potential sale, potential sale, potential sale. And she didn't feel right about that. And I thought, you know what? That's not how I think of people either. The only way that I have ever been able to do sales at all is if I feel like it's actually helping the person. If I feel like I'm actually enhancing somebody's life, then it's not sales really to me. It's just helping someone. And that is true of all of our products. That's true of Outlaw Soaps products. That's true of my book. That's true of the Mozilla work that I do, all of my contracting work, this video. I mean, I'm not selling you on anything. I'm helping you. And that's something that is so core in my belief system. You cannot be an ethical person and convince someone of something that they don't want or they don't need. And so when you're thinking about your own products and you're thinking about selling to people, really it comes down to your awareness of the value of your product and your ability to understand how your own product enhances the lives of your customer. Now, marketing, on the other hand, again, is a broadcast thing. And the broadcast, that, as I see it, is really just a letting people know so that they can have the option. I don't like the idea of, say, like having, buy one, get one free sales or some discount for first-time purchasers or, sometimes there's like first-time purchasers, stuff like that. But I don't like the idea of luring someone in with a sale or a gimmick because I feel like really the purpose of marketing is just to let people know that you exist because the world is loud and there's a lot of products. And something that I often say to other handmade soap manufacturers is as long as there are companies like Procter & Gamble making billions of dollars selling Dove soap and whatnot, there's always a space in the market for handmade soap makers, and we are not competing with each other. I don't even think that we're competing with Procter & Gamble or Unilever just because those companies are so massive. We have to find our own value, and marketing is just expressing that value in a way that people relate to. And so people say, oh, I don't like doing my Facebook pages. I don't like doing my blog posts. I don't like doing the email marketing. And this really is just about helping you find your own customers. Again, not so that you can convince them to buy anything, but so that people whose lives will be enhanced by your product or your offering are actually aware of your product and offering so that they may enhance their own lives by buying them. Now, that's, maybe it's another way of looking at the same thing, but something I was talking to my mom about yesterday was I was thinking about taking Marie Forleo's B School because I felt like the kind of people who were in a course like B School would be automatically interested, like they're paying $2,000 for a course on how to find and create their ideal business strategy. And that I think those people would be the kind of people who are interested in my book, which is a self-development book. And just, and just the idea that this would be not just a cross-promotional activity, but that the value that I could bring to that community would be very high. And that the perspective as a successful business person, as somebody who does have, a kind of an awareness of this stuff, the value that I could bring there and the personal development that I might bring to the community would be very valuable to me. Just in terms of what I could give. Now, she and I both discussed it and we were like, well, does that really warrant a $2,000 investment on your part? And the jury's still out on that. I'm not really sure. But really, I looked at the course materials and I was like, you know what? Probably all this stuff is stuff I could learn on my own. Yeah, it would be nice to have a regimented group to do it with. But do I really want to do the, go through the investment of that so that I can be part of the community and so that I may help in that way? Really, this is just all about helping. And when you wake up in the morning with a consciousness about your helpfulness in the world as opposed to your sellingness in the world, that's when you wake up with a sense of purpose. One of the things that I think about pretty frequently is that I used to be very driven by praise. And I mean, really, it used to be the primary driver. I actually told my old boss at Oprah that I didn't really care about my paycheck so much as I just got regular praise for good work on a regular basis. And that was maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but anybody who knows me knows that that has not been historically a very big, very, very big motivation. And what I found is that the more purpose that I have, that's intrinsic purpose, that I feel like I'm helping other people, the less praise I really need. And yeah, sure, sometimes my ego does get, a little bit needy, and I would say needy, and it does want me to start seeking praise, and that's when I get really upset about reviews and stuff like that. But for the most part, really, it's just about what we can do to help people. So anyway, I hope that was a good reflection for you today. Happy Wednesday. It is the end of February and the beginning of March. I'm so excited. Spring is almost here, and that means wonderful things for everybody. All right.